Well, that's it. We are heading out the lakes, or headed out the lakes, and on the final leg, really. I know I'm stopping over in Dalston tonight, but it's pretty much the final leg. It's traditionally what would be the final leg if you were doing it without having one further stop. So yeah, I feel quite sad actually. It's definitely been a little adventure. Learnt so much. I know exactly what I would do next time. Lighten the load of my rucksack, for example, would be the main thing. Haven't quite fully absorbed it, but what I'm sure I will when I get back to reality. It feels just like I'm on the run in now, and it's I presume what's going to be quite an easy walk. I mean, especially compared to yesterday, that was hard going. But I think it isn't as easy as what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a little bit easier for me than that, and like I said at the start, I had intended to do the mountain route, which is just, so there's no way I would have managed that at all. I was no way prepared for that, and I would have ended up in all sorts of trouble if I'd attempted it, so I think that was naive of me. But I've really enjoyed the official route. It's hard in places, but yeah, it seems like such a long time ago that I set off from Ulverston, but yeah, so got about 10 miles or so to Dalston. Should be relatively easy, and looking forward to catching up with my friend Gareth and having a few beers. So I will catch up with you later. The scenery from Caldbeck to Dalston, through to Dalston, it's just awesome. Obviously it helps the sun shining, but it's just, you follow the river most of the way through, and it's just like this pretty much all of the way, and it's delightful. Such a stark contrast to yesterday, which was mountains and rocky and hard going, and this is just flat and fields and rivers and streams. It's just and that's the beauty of doing something like the Cumbria Way. You get all sorts of different scenery as you go along from day to day. Stunning route, worth doing on its own, just as a section. So we're at the campsite in Dalston, which is a really nice campsite actually. And I've met my friend Gareth, who's hiding behind my tent at the moment, but we'll hunt him out later. He's just purchased and is trying out the Bobcat 1, which is an OEX brand, so Go Outdoors brand. And I have to say, I'm really impressed with it. Actually, it's quite a cool little tent. It's a one-man tent, and it's quite snug inside. But the vestibule area, excuse the mess, Gareth. Honestly, you could have tidied it up. Honestly, could have tidied it up. Look at the state of it. It would be quite spacious if it wasn't a mess. But the actual inner itself is actually quite small. But in terms of a livable area, let me get inside and zip myself up. I have to say the zip is actually really good. So it zips up like really well. Actually better than mine. It wasn't socks hanging off it. So in terms of space, there's not a lot in here. So I'm about 5'10", which is debatable, 5'9", 5'10", and I fit in perfectly. And yeah, and just for sleeping in here, it's absolutely fine. The zip, it works perfectly one-handed. Actually, unlike my CO Designs tent, but the vestibule area is very spacious. So you could, easily sit up in here and have a living area, and Gareth's hiding in my Meteor 2, and yeah, you've got absolutely bags of space in here to do stuff, which is quite cool. So yeah, I'm actually quite impressed with it. It's got a 5,000 hydro, so that's quite good. Well, it's very good. It's better than mine. Mine's a 3,000. It's relatively heavy, I think, for a one-man tent. Gaz, how heavy is the tent?
I think it's 1.9 or something.
It's about 1.9 kilo or something like that. So quite heavy for a one-man tent. But even so, it was like about £80, I think, Gareth paid for it, which is, you can't really complain. And you also get this. This bit's connected to the tent, so that's quite good for the vestibule area, which I don't think a lot of them do. And you've got these pockets on the outside, which are really good. Yeah, pretty impressive stuff. I think Gareth's happy with it. Are you happy with it? You happy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gareth's happy. Gareth's happy with it. Although he hasn't slept in it yet, so we'll soon see. But yeah, if you're looking for a budget tent, the Bobcat 1 seems a pretty good buy. Yeah, so it's a lovely evening tonight. The sun has kind of dipped down below over here, and we've kind of got this whole pitch to ourselves apart from this caravan here. There's some kind of dog show going on over in the main field over there, but other than that, it's just us two here, which is quite nice. So we've had some music playing, we've had a few beers, so we're a little bit merry at the moment. And then I've got to try and get up tomorrow, and I might have to stagger in with a bit of a hangover to Carlisle. Luckily it's only a 5-mile trek. So yeah. Right, after there you go, after the little rundown of the Bobcat, we're going to have probably one more beer and then off to bed. this is it. Last day of the Cumbria Way. Just heading out of Dalston now after a lovely night of camping with my friend Gareth. So we had quite a few beers, maybe one or two too many, and had a barbecue and pretty much had a whole field to ourselves in the campsite, which was superb. So he just dropped me back off where he picked me up, and yeah, heading in now. So a lot of people say that this last bit isn't great, especially considering what we've just walked. But and some people actually stop at Dalston and just get the train into Carlisle and then head home. But for completist reasons, I want to finish the whole thing. I'm quite interested to see exactly what it is like, but I guess from that view there, maybe that's a sign of things to come. A little bit industrial, but that's fine. I'd just be happy to complete it and get to the tourist information, where apparently you can sign a book, so that's what I'll probably look at doing. And yeah, it's in some time to reflect on the whole thing and the adventure and what I've done and what I've seen, the people I've met, and certainly haven't quite managed to absorb it all yet. But once I'm done, then I'm sure I will. But it has been absolutely great, and I can recommend the Cumbria Way to anybody really if you want to do it. It is an adventure, and do it your own way. Do it the way you want to do it. Do it over the amount of days that you want to do it. I did it over 7, and incorporated meeting a friend near the end. So just do it the way you want to do it and enjoy it. Make sure you take some time to see all the scenery, because it is very easy just to focus on getting from point A to point B. But right, I'm going to get a wriggle on, and I should be in Carlisle probably within about an hour and a half or so.